Okay guys, today's October the 6th, 2017. Let's take a look at some of the plays that hit the watch list this morning, but I didn't actually trade in any of these because I was actually helping out a good friend this morning. But just like any other day, they look like there's some pretty good setups there with really good moves and good ATR. Looks like a lot of these were short plays here today just because of the intention of the market there. It looks like it's been driving down a little bit. But let's take a look at these. First, it's going to be SHOP. So SHOP. We're looking this at a 2-minute time frame. You can see this red line right here, this red dotted line. That's where our entry level. We're going to look short to it. So it's $98. So initially, right here, it started out of the gate, went up, and that's actually what we like to see because we want to see that people are buying into it, and then the sellers really take over. If you see here, try to go down. It did break into this level, but more likely we wouldn't have been in this level because this would have been a lot of jump within between here, $98.50 and then $98. But then it continued to trail, and then also we're also waiting for some kind of a breakout point out of the congestion area. So it breaks out. It does a small, and this consolidation area. I take it back. This right here is the consolidation area that we're looking for, and so basically what it did, and you can kind of see typically once it looks at the consolidation area and then holds below that, that's really good. So right here, and then if you just look, this is right here the trigger point where we would have been in. Again, this is a 98-cent stock, so you could either take it 50 cents or $1. Basically tell yourself that's going to be my line in the sand. If I were to take this, I would probably take it as $1. So I would say $99 is going to be my stop, and then I'm looking for $1, which that would have been definitely easily done there in this stock here there itself. So then the next trade, guys, there is TGT, Target. If you notice, again, here's the red line. This is actually where we're going to go under. This morning, I probably would not have traded this initial move just because it's too early in the morning. I do want to wait a little bit of things out, but if you would have seen here, it would have been actually good through this area and then back through here and then down. This is probably where I would have been more likely anticipating the move because I will trade anywhere from 7:30 till about 9:30. I'm in Mountain Time Zone, so that's typically where I'm looking at. So if you notice, here's the initial move. Here's the move up, here's this congestion area, and then it basically kind of stayed within there. It got up and over. It did make a little bit higher today, but not too much higher over like pre-market information. But again, right here we was at, our entry was 57.49, area 50, and this would have been nice because we would have known that the high of the day, which is roughly 57.66. Wow, 16 cents. Or you could even put it at 80 right there, 57.80. 30-cent stop loss. And then on this one here, you may be going for, since the 30-cent stop loss, maybe you're looking for 50 to 60 cents. And you would have been triggered in right here initially, and just under there, because right here's the congestion area that you would have had to been worried about, also with the VWAP. But once it got past that VWAP area, you can clearly see that you would have been able to make that 50 cents on that trade there for you. Alright, the next one there was WBA. If you can see, the actual short area that they were looking for is under 75, so pretty much underneath this pre-market level what they're looking for. But if you can see throughout the whole day, it never hit that level, so it's basically a no trade. We want to honor these levels because they're really good levels to support. Here's the next one. It's WYNN, WYNN. This one's kind of a tricky one because here's the short level right here they were telling us, or they were looking at 144. But if you see here, this first candle was a red candle, so you already knew that shorts are winning into this. This I wouldn't typically have took just because it's just too early in the morning, even though it would have worked out well. You almost had 2 points there. But I would have just kind of watched these levels. As you can see, it was already on an uptrend because it was making a higher lows the whole time, higher highs and higher lows. So it was already on the uptrend. This is back here where I would have been looking at it, This stock you would have had to give definitely some room because I know it's typically spready, and then it makes big moves. So you would have wanted to at least do $1 and then do 1-to-1. So the short area there was at 144. So if you would have got triggered into this area here, you would have had to take either a profit really quickly, or you would have been kind of stopped out up here at 145. More likely that's kind of what I would have been doing if I would have been placing these trades. But again, you have to know your risk to reward. Know that it is Friday also, so there's not a lot of movement in the market. So depending on how other trades would have went, that's what you would have looked at. But again, it's kind of hard to do this in the early morning within the first 5 minutes. I would have looked out throughout the more of the day to kind of get this in. You would have made 50 cents. You could have taken a partial like that, and that's what I kind of typically will do so that I can at least net a profit. And especially on a Friday, you want to net a profit as fast as possible. But yeah, for that 1-to-1, it wouldn't have worked out. So hey, not everything works out. All right, and then the last one that we'll be looking at is SNCR. This one was the actual buy there, and it was right over $14. So right here's our dotted line here. If you notice, it came up to that point, but never went over there. So that in my eyes is really, that just would have helped me excellent throughout the rest of the day if I would have been able to trade this, because I know that's going to be a strong resistance point for this stock. And so if it ever goes through that resistance point, that's going to be good. I mean, you can see it was just bouncing around. And see, this is why I tell you I like plays it a little bit later in the day, just because it gives stocks time to go ahead and develop what they're wanting to do. So this was roughly about 9:18 mountain time, where it looked like it easily broke through that 14 range. So that resistance it was previously, it broke right through, and you would have been able to make 43 cents. So basically what I'll do is I'll look at the price of the stock. I'm looking for about 1% typically, 1 to 2% out of it. And so at 15 cents, 20 cents, I would have taken partial to my position and then just let the rest ride of it and then see what happens with the rest of it. But that could have easily been a winning trade. But again, I didn't trade any of these calls. I'm just showing you in respect to how the levels look and how that you should actually support these levels as best as possible, because they are key levels in with these stocks that we're looking at. And if you're just laser focused on these specific stocks, I mean, you can make money, because we had 4 that actually triggered, and one that actually maybe would have lost you some money. But hey, that's actually a good ratio to be looking at there, and especially on a Friday there. We'll do this again on Monday, guys. Let's see what we can do there, okay? Later.